is cold out. What is going on, guys? Today we're gonna do a car video. Gonna be my thoughts on the 997 3-year ownership, where the prices have gone, my thinking behind what's next. We're gonna get into it right now. All right, here we are. 3 years of ownership. You know what? 2020 is now over. I didn't drive the car that much last year. Actually, I only drove it 2,000 miles, so not much. Not ideal weather conditions today. It is a high of 30 degrees. Not the best weather to be driving my car. The tires are not going to hook up at all. Not that I'm going to be beating on it, but for those of you that haven't seen my last video with my car about fixing the steering wheel issue, it was because I left my car for 2 months straight not driving it one year, and the tires got a flat spot. So that is what we're going to rectify by just driving it a little bit today and making sure we kind of get the tires warmed up. And I figured, why not bring you guys along and talk about 3 years ownership and what I've learned along the way and what's going to happen moving forward. What car am I getting next? Am I going to keep this? I have a lot of things going on right now. I'm not quite sure. What I will say is I do love owning this car, and if it was any other color but black, I would absolutely keep it in a heartbeat. I would never get rid of it. Well, I'm not going to say never, but I really wouldn't want to get rid of it. But being that black shows everything, and I have a bit of OCD, it's never clean enough for me. It can be extremely frustrating to keep. What I will say, having this car for 3 years, I've noticed now that I'm kind of looking at other cars on the market, I'm starting to see what these are going for. The 997.2 holds value so well. I'm not going to say it's on the verge of becoming the new 993, but what I will say is this is the last 911 they made in a more reasonable size compared to the 991, which is so large. This is the .2, meaning it doesn't have the IMS issue or the rear main seal issue. It is a 6-speed. It's actually a very desirable car, and I'm gonna probably end up making money on this car, which is crazy because that's not really the case when it comes to cars. You know, you're lucky if you break even. Even that's an anomaly. You're never gonna have that. So the fact that I could have this car for approximately 3 years, drive it, enjoy it, and when I go to sell it, make back the money I put into it or at break even is incredible. So now that this car is starting to gain value, it's got me thinking, is this gonna be a future classic and I'm gonna sell it and I'm just never gonna be able to get one again because price is gonna get so out of hand? I don't know if the 997.2 has that trajectory like the 993, but I really do love this car. I've driven a 991.1 GT3 and I absolutely love that car. It was PDK, and I do think the next car I end up getting is going to be a PDK unless I can continue to save a little bit more and get the 991.2 GT3 in a 6-speed transmission, which would be ideal, but obviously there's quite the price difference. Now, with every generation of Porsche, there seems to be the collectible car in that segment. For the 997, it's absolutely the 997.2 because of the issues that I just went over. The 996 is not as desirable because of the front egg headlights, but I will say that I do think there is a market for the GT3 and the 996 Turbo, and I'm starting to see prices creep up for those as well. Now, for the 991, it's definitely the 991.1 if you're looking for a naturally aspirated car, but when it comes to the GT3, it's absolutely the 991.2. If you guys aren't Porsche guys, I am probably boring you to death with all these numbers, but for those of you that know, stick with me. So the 991.2 GT3 doesn't have the over-revving issue where the 991.1 GT3 has the 10-year extension on the warranty to replace the engine should it fail. You really only see those on pretty much the 2014 and the 2015 models, which I believe is an F-Series motor and a G-Series motor, or maybe the G-Series is a 2016. Go ahead and leave that down below if I'm mistaken. But that's kind of where I'm at. I love this car, but I'm thinking, do I go ahead and buy a 911 Turbo 991.1, or do I go ahead and risk the possibility of an engine failure on a 991.1 GT3? Now, I'm well protected with the GT3. If I were to buy one, it would have to be a 2016, meaning I would have the warranty until 2026. The issue is, I know I'm not going to keep these cars forever. I tend to get bored and I end up selling it. If I go to sell it and it's 2025, is this car not going to be worth much because it only has 1 year left on the warranty? So that's kind of my thought process there. If I do decide to keep this car, what do I want to do to it next? This past year, obviously I didn't drive it much, but I only put a few $100s in, and that's basically an oil change. I bought side skirts for this car, but to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about how they look, so I'm not going to put those on. I got to go ahead and sell those. There's not much left to do to this car. I could possibly do wheels. I have some cosmetic issues I need to touch up. I need to go to a paintless dent repair. I want to maybe get one of the rims fixed that was curved before I bought it. So there's some things I can do with this car, but I'm kind of running out of options in the sense there's not much more. This fucking idiot almost crashed into me. So there's not much more I can do to this car other than obviously driving and enjoying it. It has 45,000 miles on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I would love to know what you guys think I should be doing. Should I be, continuing to just enjoy this car? It's pretty much paid off. I took out a 5-year loan on the car. I'm going to pay it off in just about 3 years. So I'm going to be debt free on this car. Or do I go ahead and buy the newest and latest and greatest thing and enjoy that for a little bit and have a car payment again? Those are my options. I do love this car, and I am more open to the idea of continuing to own it and enjoy it. But I would love to know what you guys think. Just kind of a ramble video of a 3-year ownership and kind of where my head is right now regarding the prices of these cars. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. It lets me know that you like the video, helps out the algorithm, and lets other people watch as well. And don't forget to leave a comment down below on what you guys think I should do. Love to get some feedback, guys. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit shorter. I'm making sure that I'm putting up some photos and videos in my car throughout this so you're not too bored. But that's it, guys. Until next time, take it easy.